Is it a bear? A bear? Yes, sir. Miss Bear, you are being charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. This offense carries a possible penalty of up to 1 year in county jail and/or a fine up to $4,000. We are going to proceed with a probable cause review. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you choose to say may be used against you in court. You also have the right to have an attorney present during any questioning. If you cannot afford legal counsel, one will be appointed to represent you. Ma'am, stop. Please don't say another word. Just wait. We are going to go through the probable cause portion first. I need to hear what the officer reported, and then we will move forward. All right? Are you ready? Yes. Sorry, Dot. All right then. On April 7th, 2025. In Harris County, Texas, law enforcement initiated a traffic stop for illegal window tint. I will note for the court that there are no other enhancements or additional charges listed in the packet. Upon approaching the defendant's vehicle, the officer reported the odor of marijuana coming from inside. When the officer requested proof of insurance, the defendant opened the glove compartment and, in plain sight, the officer observed a bottle of PROMETHAZINE. Yes. A subsequent search was conducted, during which an officer located a handgun positioned between the center console and the passenger seat where the defendant was sitting. The defendant stated that the firearm belonged to her. That is the sequence of events. Were you present? I'm guessing you weren't here Friday. This is the exact same situation we heard on Friday. We have a legal tint and nothing beyond that. I was here Thursday for the illegal tint case. But they didn't. There wasn't really anything important. They did what they do, helping out. When Miss Bear, I am going to find that there is no probable cause to move forward on this charge. However, you currently have an open felony case. And if you continue picking up new charges, that bond may be revoked. Then you could end up sitting in jail with a much higher bond, possibly one you cannot afford. While you are out on bond, you are expected to behave as though you have a halo floating above your head. When you don't, the consequences are serious. Get a clue, you understand? All right? Please take a seat. Hey, how are you doing, sir? How are you, Mr. Sweat? Pretty good. How about yourself? Well, let's talk. I believe if I'm remembering this correctly, you have a parole violation out of Louisiana. Judge Michigan, sir. Michigan, right? My mistake. He's from Michigan. I apologize. You had completed 2 cases there. That's right. He's a Michigander. That's what we were saying earlier. My bad, you know. A lot of people in life don't read the fine print. They just sign papers because they want to get the process over with. Great, I'm getting probation. Great, I'm being released. Just hand me the form and let me sign so I can leave. But one of the documents you signed in that jurisdiction included a pre-signed waiver of extradition, meaning that when you agreed to probation or parole, you also agreed that if you ever became a fugitive from justice, you would not fight extradition. You already signed that waiver. So you cannot come in here now and request a bond so that you can go turn yourself in. You pre-agreed to be returned. Yes, that's why I was trying to get back. We are going to return you. The problem is that sometimes it takes time. Normally, they have up to 30 days to come pick you up from Michigan. I thought it was 14 under normal circumstances. When? I am not giving someone a bond. We sometimes use 14 days as a courtesy. But for pre-signed waiver cases, the statute allows 30 days. Judge, and if I may, here's my concern. When we discussed this originally, the 14-day practice was used. We all agreed to reset for that time frame. Now the extension being requested appears to be due to him detoxing. But when I spoke to him during the waiver discussion, he was coherent. Today he is also coherent. He may be fine now. But when he first arrived and everyone was notified, the situation may have been very different. He may have been judged when we talked about the waiver. This was after my detox medication was finished. By the time I signed, I was no longer on any detox meds. And my argument is this: he's ready to leave. Why are we keeping him here longer? Yes, he signed a pre-signed waiver, but we based this on 14 days. If they're supposed to be here in 14, that's what we expected. That is not the practice for pre-signed waivers. The 14-day courtesy exists only because we have so many people in custody that we try to move cases quickly. But legally, the state has 30 days, even in situations where we might give someone a bond. We shorten it as a favor not, as a rule and not in waiver cases. Judge, may I say something? Go ahead. Last dash dash. It would have been 8 days ago. Last Tuesday, they told me downstairs that Michigan was here to get me. I waited in the holding cell for 4 hours, and then they came back and said they weren't coming. I had to go through the entire booking process again. They removed the money from my account and issued a check. I can't buy commissary. And on the waiver I signed, I did read the fine print. It stated 14 calendar days, and if not, they can request an extension. That's what I'm frustrated about. I understand what you're saying, and I'm not trying to argue the law with you, but I did read the document. Hold on. Let's get clarification. Mr. Kim. Yes, Judge. What's the update? Tell me what you know. We're expecting more information later this afternoon. Let me check. I don't want to misspeak. Yes, I received an email about an hour ago. They were supposed to finalize the update yesterday, but medical clearance is still pending. They cannot transport him until medical confirms he is safe, both for himself and the officers. We will need to roll this to tomorrow. That's fine, but rolling it doesn't speed up their decision because they already have it in progress. We've exchanged multiple emails this morning. We are actively monitoring. It depends solely on medical clearance. Do you know when they will physically arrive? Once he is cleared, they can schedule transport. So as soon as that final clearance is received, all right? Let's pause here because this legal back and forth is getting intense. The judge is explaining why Michigan legally has 30 full days to come get him. Even though the defense keeps pushing for the informal 14-day courtesy. This isn't just legal language. It's an example of how tiny details in a signed agreement can lock a person into a situation with no shortcut. Now the question becomes, should the court stick to the statute or honor the practice? Would you push for release or wait it out? What do you mean once they clear him? He isn't cleared right now. That's correct. Medical has not yet cleared him for transport. I haven't been on detox meds since the 4th day. I don't know what that means. The 4th day when I arrived. I was withdrawing because I take Xanax. They put me on a 5-day detox. And I have not been on medication since. Here's what we'll do. We will reset this for Friday. And I will personally reach out to the sheriff's office so they can move forward with the medical evaluation as soon as possible? Okay, I'll email now to follow up. Sweat-extradition sweat. And just to understand, when I was in Michigan, the prison intake who is requesting him, you said the Lansing Tether Unit, correct? That's the agency that placed the request. Am I going to the county jail there? I will CC you on this. Yes, Judge. One moment. What's your email address? Judge, it's Arlorado 832. Okay, I'm CCing you on this as well. My only argument is look at the van. He looks in better health than I am. That's why I'm Ingen. Thank you, Judge. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know, I actually have a court date set for the 16th, which will have been the day after my 14th day. Okay. Well, Judge is doing he's going above and beyond. He's trying to figure it out for us as well. So, thank you. Let's allow an opportunity to do so. You can hear everybody's trying to figure this out. I mean, everybody sees you. Judge sees you. I see you. Yet he has been held in, I think, since when 27th. Here's where the patience game really hits home. Despite everyone agreeing, the defendant looks healthy and ready to go. Medical clearance is the final boss, until the sheriff's medical team signs off. Michigan can't take him, even if begging to leave. This is classic courtroom tension. The law says one thing, practical reality says another. Imagine being stuck in limbo, waiting on paperwork while the clock keeps ticking. Would you stay calm like Mr. Sweat, or would you be demanding answers? Let yous know in the comments, because this could change everything. What is it? 27th of last month, is that right? It sounds about right. I saw him. I didn't want to take your word. Do you have that by chance? It has shows that he was filed on April 1 Saint. Oh, wait. No, sorry. It's single quotes SW wrong dot 331.0. Sorry. It's 331. Yeah, 331. I was held in Pasadena jails, tilth from the no. Counting Pasadena. Okay. The point we're doing now is you look good. We're trying to make that happen as soon as possible. How many days they lost? How many days lost? We're trying to figure it out. Okay, so what we will. Let's at least set Yautwa days out to make sure you know what me feeling is. Is that medicalized going to want to talk to you? To Macasia, everything's fine so that you're refet for transport. Once that happens, they can get the okay. The fugitive resuitor to let Michigan know, hey, come get him. And then hopefully they'll can do it within the allotted time. I've just set the email now. Let's set off for 2 days for Friday and we'll see. And hopefully that get done. Is the allotted time being 14 Ori? Don't know yet. We're trying to figure out, I don't know. I'm not going to commit to anything at this point because I don't know why they didn't clear you when they last interviewed you. So there's a lot of other things that play to determine when day actually is. But be that as it may, we're going to try to get Yao out as quick as possible. No one's sleeping on it and no one's waiting for justice, sir. Yeah, we're working. Thank you. Judge. Thank you. Judge, I'll be set to Friday.